today's video. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can use simple ingredient that you can find in your kitchen to create a very powerful facial toner. Facial toner is great to hydrate the skin. It is great to refresh the skin. It's great to plump the skin up. If you have dry skin, normal skin, it doesn't matter. A facial toner is great for most people, and it's one that you should and always use on your skin right before you apply your facial serum. So if you're interested in my natural homemade toner that is great for anti-aging purpose, come with me to the kitchen and I'll show you how to whip this up in no time. Now we're going to be using a couple of ingredients to make this facial toner. We are going to use some rice, and today I'm using brown rice. However, use the rice you have. The first thing we're going to be doing with the rice is to make some fermented rice water. And the way I made my fermented water is to add hot water to the rice, cover it, and put it away for about 3 to 4 days, and then I take it out. So I'm just going to show you what I do to begin with. Now the reason for using rice water is because rice water have to hydrate the skin. Rice water help to clear the skin of spots and blemishes. It is very versatile in that you can use it on your skin and you can also use it on your hair for shinier, bouncier hair. It is also good for split end, but most of all, rice water help to boost the collagen production in your skin. Now the way I make my rice water, what I do, I use run about a half a cup of rice. You can choose to use more or less rice, it depending on the amount you're gonna make. But to make about 6 ounces, I use a half a cup of rice, and I'm gonna introduce my other ingredient to you and take a look at what I have here. I have some green tea, and I like to use green tea in my facial toner because green tea is hydrating to the skin, and green tea also have to get rid of wrinkles and fine lines on the skin. If you do not have green tea leaves or green tea bags, you can go ahead and you can also use some matcha powder in this recipe. So what I do, I take my green tea, and I like it strong, so I use 2 tea bags. You can also use loose leaves. If you're using loose leaves, go ahead and use about 2 tablespoons of green tea leaves. You can also choose to use a little chamomile tea in this recipe. I boil some water like I'm showing here, and I pour 1 cup. This is going to make about 6 ounces of this boiling water over the green tea and the rice, just like that. Now right after I pour the hot water, I take a spoon and I give it a stir like I'm showing here. Just stir it up, and it's gonna look somewhat like this. And then while it is still hot, what I do, I take a plastic wrap, or you can use a bowl with a tight cover, and I just cover it like this. So just cover it, nicely covered hot, and then I just put this away. Do not refrigerate this. I put this away in a dark area for the green tea and the rice to ferment, and normally I would keep it there for about 3 days. Okay, now take a look at this, guys. Here I already have some rice water and green tea that was fermented for about 3 days. So what I'm gonna do next, let me put this one away. Now what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna strain. I'm gonna just take out the tea bags, and I like to squeeze it out. Now you do not have to throw out the leftover rice. You could just blend it, add some brown sugar to it with a little bit of olive oil, and use it to exfoliate your skin. So here we have our green tea and fermented rice water. So what we're gonna do with this, we are gonna add other ingredient to it. Now the first ingredient that I'm going to be using in the fermented green tea rice water is rose water. And rose water in itself is a natural facial toner, a natural astringent, which helps to hydrate the skin, which helps to plump the skin up and make your skin just look fresh and radiant. Guys, this is about 6 ounces of fermented rice water and green tea. So let's go. So 2 tablespoons of the rose water. Pour that in, and this rose water smells so good. Next, here I have some aloe vera gel, and this is 100% pure and natural aloe vera gel. You can choose to use fresh aloe vera in this, but for the facial toner, I prefer to use the store-bought aloe vera gel. Just make sure it says 100% pure aloe vera gel. So I'm also going to be using 2 tablespoons of the aloe vera gel in this recipe. Pour that in. And next I'm going to move on to our next ingredient, and this is some witch hazel. Now witch hazel is also a natural toner in itself. It will help to hydrate the skin. It also will help to get rid of spots and blemishes on the skin. It is great to get rid of wart, acne prone skin. Just a great ingredient to use. Just make sure when you're buying witch hazel, check on the alcohol content, okay? I have a bottle here that's almost finished, so let me use from this one first. And I'm using 2 tablespoons of the witch hazel. That is 1. I need a little bit more. Guys, if you do not have the witch hazel, this is not a deal breaker. Go ahead and use some apple cider vinegar in this recipe. And now we're going to give this a stir. And this is smelling amazing so far. Next, we are going to reach for another amazing ingredient, which I'm using mostly as a preservative, but is also great to hydrate the skin. And this is some vegetable glycerine. And I'm using 1 tablespoon of the vegetable glycerine. Let's pour this in. Oops, I'm almost out of vegetable glycerine. 1 tablespoon, pour it in. And the vegetable glycerine is very thick. Guys, I'm going to use just 2 oils in this facial toner. I'm going to use my favorite Rosehip oil. And I'm using about a teaspoon of the Rosehip oil, not a lot. And I'm going to reach for another optional ingredient. And this is some NEEM oil. NEEM oil have anti-aging properties that will help to boost the collagen production in the skin. And I'm using the same amount, about a teaspoon of the NEEM oil. You can just choose to put this in your blender and give it a blend, because the oils is going to settle on top of the water. And as a matter of fact, let me do just that. So just pour this in the blender. And because we are going to be blending this, guys, guess what I'm going to do? I have some dried orange peel, and I'm just going to drop it in the blender. Optional also. We're just going to cover and blend. Now you're going to need a jar for storing, or any bottle that you have. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to strain this directly in my jar. So I'm just going to open. We're straining because we had the orange peel. So just strain. Looking good. And here it is, guys. Take a look. This is your fermented rice water green tea facial toner, loaded with vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, and also vitamin E, which is great to refresh your skin, to boost the collagen production in the skin, to hydrate the skin and have your skin looking fresh. The green tea is great to get rid of wrinkles, smooth those wrinkles on the skin, while the rosehip oil helps to boost the collagen production in the skin. The fermented rice water helps to get rid of spots and blemishes on the skin skin while hydrating the skin also. Really an awesome, amazing combination. The aloe vera gel helps to clear the skin of dark spots and blemishes and hydrates the skin and just leave your skin younger and fresher. Now after you made this, you are going to cover and you're going to keep this in your refrigerator for about 10 to 12 days. That is good. Now guys, the best way to use this is to wash your face. After washing your face, pat dry the skin. Use this with a cotton pad, wipe your face with it, or you could put it in a spray bottle, spritz it on your face, let it dry, and then you apply your favorite moisturizer or your favorite serum. Now this facial toner is great to use both AM and PM. Go ahead and give this wonderful, amazing remedy a try. So there you have it. Thank you all for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share the video, and your comments are always welcome. Guys, I also list a few other videos in the description box below that you might be interested in watching. So click on those links and enjoy a few more videos. Thank you all, and I'll see you in my next video.